Okay, so I got home the other day, and on my mountain bike, I found this. A flat tire. Not cool, not cool. But I'm going to show you how to patch it, so consider this a video on learning how to patch a tire. Now I don't know where the hole is, or if it's a pinch flat, or we're going to discover it now as I do the video. The tools are pretty simple. I'm going to be using a patch kit. These are pre-glued, so they're really easy to use. Tire lever. This is going to come in handy when I want to take the tire off the rim. And a pump. So let's get working. Let's set the camera down, like so. Beautiful. First thing you're going to want to do is remove the front tire. Now some bikes have quick releases, others have brake mounts, so I mean there's a few different ways to take off a front tire, but take that out. Set that down. Beautiful. So now what I want to do is take this tire off this rim. So what I do is I use my tool and take this tire lever and run it. Now, many people have different ways they take off their tire. I like to take it completely off the rim so I can inspect the rim itself, inspect the tube, and inspect the tire. We've got to find out why the tube went flat on me. So the first thing I do is I inspect the inside of the tire by rubbing my fingers on it, and usually if you have a thorn you'll be able to feel something, either if you ran over a thorn or if you ran over a staple. Oh, I found it. So it looks like what I ran over was a thorn. So flip that around. Yep, there's the thorn. Son of a gun. That's okay. Just gotta push that out. Okay, now let me see if there was any other thorns. Don't stop when you find the first thorn, because there could be another. So just run your... here's another one. That didn't go in all the way, but it's good to check the inside of the tire and on the outside at the same time. So now that I'm pretty confident that the tire is good to go back on, we have to find out on here where the hole is. So this is where the pump comes in handy. So what I'll do is open this bad boy, pump it up. And you don't have to put in a lot of air. I just like doing that just enough to where you'll be able to hear where the hole's at. Let's see. Ah, found it. Okay, let me see if there's any more. That should only be one. So usually what I'll do is I'll put my hand over the tube, and then what you're trying to feel is a slight amount of air escaping. Sometimes I'll put the tube next to my face so you can feel that way, but basically what you're trying to find is that small. And you can also hear it too. So right now I hear it. So I found out where the actual hole is. So what I'm going to do is open up my patch kit, and in it it's going to come with some sandpaper. And what I'm going to do is just score the area, so you're just rubbing it. I don't know if you can even see that. You're probably going to be like, why are you so far away? So let's see if we can. So basically what I'm going to do is find where that hole is, which is right there, and just score it a little. Just like that. And don't lose track of that hole. And after that, take my patch. Go. Find our hole. Put it on. So what you're going to want to do is right where your hole is at, you want to put your patch right over where that hole was at, and then just press down. Now it's going, now this is already pre-glued, so it's hard to see, but oh yeah, there you go, you can see it. So basically just put it on, and that's it. Now all you need to do is, well, there's let out some air, but you still, when you're putting it back, you still want the actual tube to have some air left in it, and I'll show you why that's a good idea. And then lastly, I want to check the rim itself. Now I found that there was a thorn in the tire, so I know that that's what caused it, but it's also good to check the inside rim liner. Just rub your fingers on that, and you don't want to feel anything that is sticking out or protruding or could hurt your actual tube. So that feels good. I like it. I like it a lot. And now let's put it back on. So now that this tube still has some shape left in it, I take the tire. Now these are directional tires, so I just have to be sure that I put them on the right way. So you kind of have to find an arrow. Alright. Okay, so they go that way. And then what I like doing is each tire is going to have a max PSI rating. And so this one says, where does it say that? Okay, so max PSI is 65. So what I'm going to do is place the valve right under where it says 65 PSI. So now when I need to fill up my tire, I can then always know where, because the writing's hard to see, it's written in rubber. So I can always go back, I'll know where that number is just by looking at the valve stem. So now that the tube itself has somewhat of a shape, I can then put it inside like so. And again, just double checking that the direction goes that way. So, yep. So putting back on a tire is pretty simple. What I like doing is getting one side of the bead on. First you just want to make sure that you have your valve through there, perfect. And then just get one side of the tire on, and that should be the easy part. And then for the second part, you want to put the other side on, and you want to start from where the valve stem is at and then work your way out so it doesn't tug or pull on the stem. So what you'll notice is this last part is, on some bikes, is really hard to get that bead back on. This one was actually fairly simple, I'm surprised. And so now what I do is put this is a Presta valve, so we'll have a nut that holds the valve in place. So I put that loosely in there, and then I give it back air in it. Now usually I'll want to fill up a little bit and then just make sure that the bead is being set evenly across, because you don't want some side to be tucked under. So that looks good. This side is looking good. So that's a little under, so I'll pull that out a little. Okay, perfect. Now just fill up to the recommended tire pressure. Alright. And if yours is a Presta valve, make sure you just tighten it. Valve cap. Zone. Now lift up the bike. Put that like so. And then you just want to make sure that the wheel spins freely. Brakes when you stop it.